I do not understand why men are so stupid. I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry because y'all know y'all stupid. That's the thing. Y'all know that y'all are dumb, but y'all don't care. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, my name is Brianna, aka SimplyBriannaB. Today I am doing a bookshelf tour. I don't know why I didn't do this one before I did the other book video, but we are here now. I'm just going to be going through each of my shelves, and I'm going to be going through and telling you guys what I have read already and what I plan on reading or rereading soon. So let me just tell y'all the backstory on how I got this bookshelf to be full. Okay, 99% of the books I did not buy. Most of the books I got from my cousin who lives in Ohio, and she has so many books. She has several bookshelves, and she has so many books that she was just like throwing them at me. When she found out I read too, she was throwing the books at me. I went home with a full box of books. And then I have a family friend who also had a bunch of old books, and I think she was moving. She just told me to come to her house and go through this huge thing of books and take whichever ones that I wanted. So that's exactly what I did, and that is how I filled up my bookshelf along with the books that I have bought. And yeah, so we will start off with this top shelf. I have a lot of series on this bookshelf. So these right here, these are all the Little Black Girl Lost series by Keith Lee Johnson. I have not read those yet, but if there's 5 of them, then they must be good. So that's going to be higher up on the list to be read soon. And then I have a lot of James Patterson. The last time that we went to go see my cousin, she gave me all of these James Patterson books, and I know he's a really good author, but I have yet to read any of them. So I have they're on 2 different shelves, but mainly on this shelf. And then over here in the corner, I have a book by Vicki M. Stringer. I've heard of her, but I have not read the books yet. So, and then at the more Vicki Stringer. At the end, there are the Dirty Red series, and there's 3 of them. Do y'all read James Patterson? Let me know what I should start off with, because you can see the ones that I have. Let me know what's the most interesting James Patterson book. I don't know. Okay, let's move on to the next shelf, the second row. Okay, the legendary Teri McMillan. I have 2 books by her. I have the infamous Waiting to Exhale, which is gonna be a series on Netflix. Did y'all hear? And then I have The Interruption of Everything. I have not heard of this one. Let's see. Here is the cover. There we go. The Interruption of Everything. I thought that this was a sequel to Waiting to Exhale, but I don't think it is. And then we have the infamous Waiting to Exhale. Everybody know that. Everybody know the movie, insert Angela Bassett blowing up a car, period. Next, we have Carl Weber, Married Men. It just seemed interesting, like a book called Married Men. And that's crazy. It's literally right next to the universe. Okay, let me tell y'all, that's my next video. The universe has been so in tune for me lately. It literally says, y'all just saw that. Y'all saw that I took this book off of the shelf next to Waiting to Exhale, right? I did not do this on purpose. It says, Married Men is waiting to exhale on testosterone. Isn't that a coincidence? No, because everything is connected, okay? Everything happens for a reason. Everything is in tune. Y'all just witnessed that. The universe is magical. Yeah, this one actually, it does seem interesting. It says, savvy smart Kyle runs a booming African-American beauty supply business. That's lit already. I don't even got to read the rest. Yeah, I'm going to read that soon too. The next one is Marry Your Baby Daddy, okay? It seemed real ratchet. Oh, and Zane endorsed this book. Okay, it must be good then. If Zane endorsed it, it must be good. Next, after that, we have Happily Never After by T. Wendy Williams. And then next to that, we have T.D. Jakes' The Infamous Woman, Thou Art Loosed on the Seventh Day. Wait, does it say the seventh day? I think I'm just going after the movie. How is the novel based on the movie? Hold on, this backwards. I thought this came out before the movie. Okay, it says the novel based upon the award-winning motion picture. I guess this came out after. Next to that is Love Don't Live Here Anymore by Nick Childs and Danini Milner. Never heard of them, but it seemed like an interesting book. After that is Revenge is Best Served Cold by Tracy Howard and Danita Carter. And after that is another book by them called Talk of the Town. And then somebody commented and said they like Kwan. Is it pronounced Kwan or is it Kwan? Because it's an apostrophe, so I don't know. And I like getting people names right. Let me know. But we got Section 8 by Kwan and Street Dreams as well. So tell me which one of those is better. So which one I should read first. 72 Hour Hold by B.B. Moore Campbell. And then we have more James Patterson. Y'all tell me, are these better or the other ones on the other shelf better? Like, let me know, because I don't know much about James Patterson. I just know that he's a very popular author. Okay, so this third row. Now, I tried to have some type of sectionality, some type of organization on this shelf. So this third shelf is full of mainly books that are educational or that I like the dictionary. Obviously you can see that I have the dictionary on this shelf. I have this workbook on grammar and punctuation. And then I also have some books that I accumulated through my college classes. So some books I did rent in college or just didn't get, that I didn't think I would be using. But these I bought because I thought that I was going to use them and read them again. It's European cinema. I tried to read. When I was taking the class, I tried to read this book. I really did. Because I was interested in learning about the European culture and all of that. And we was watching movies. But I don't know. I might have to try again. But at the time, I wasn't feeling it. Next to it is The Masculine Self by Kilmartin. This I got for a sociology class, I believe. I think it was my marriage and family class, or it was the masculinity class that I took. Next to this is Black Families in Therapy. I got this I love this class. It was it was something about the Black family. Like we were studying or Black men or something like that. It was based around either Black men or the Black family. So I definitely have to read that because I do want to learn more about why we are the way we are, why certain things happen, stuff like that. So, and then after this, it's for the same class. I have this African American Families Today. And I really do like books like this that talk about Black families in terms of sociology, how we relate to each other, how we talk to each other. It's like documentaries, but in book form. After that, I have Lucky by Alice Sebold. This is a novel that I got for my violence against women class. And it tells the story about a woman who was raped. And I don't remember exactly what happened, but I know she was struggling with telling her story. She had a Black friend and she didn't want to make him feel bad because the man who raped her was Black. Yeah, it was really dark, but it can help other women who have been through the same thing. And then after this is Environmental Ethics and Film. I had a environmental film class. I don't think I will be reading that anytime soon, but it's good to have, Okay, now this one is my favorite of my educational books. It's called Toms, Coons, Mulattoes, Mammies, and Bucks. I got this from my favorite class, Black Cinema. This is me and Raven's favorite class. We were in that class together, and we didn't even know each other yet. Isn't that crazy? If you don't know who Raven is, go watch this video. Or you can watch the Miami vlog. You can watch, just go watch. It basically breaks down. Really? Why does this always happen when I'm filming? Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. So it's basically breaking down the different stereotypes that are often depicted in film. So in this class, we watched movies back from the 1930s up to now. And all of these stereotypes are still apparent today. Okay. If you want to break down, I'm not going to sit here and break down all of the different characters, but I'm sure you recognize some of them, like mulatto. That's like a mixed woman who, you ever heard of the tragic mulatto, like the damsel in distress? That's what that is. If you want to know in detail what the other ones are, you can look them up, or you can get this book. It's very informative, and it takes real examples from real movies of today and the past. It takes examples from movies that you have seen, that you would recognize, like Shaft. That was a book. So it takes examples from movies and puts them into perspective, tells you which one is which. Next to that, okay, this isn't even a book that I got for school. This is just a random book, and it's controversial, I know. It's called Nothing in This Book is True, but It's Exactly How Things Are. And it's basically a book of conspiracy theories that may or may not be true. But who knows? Because, I don't know. It's really interesting. Y'all should read it. Next to that is Readings for Sociology. Sociology is the study of it's the study of people, but it's like the study of people's relationships, like how you talk to people, for your family, relation to that. So I guess I don't remember reading this in class. I probably didn't, because I usually didn't read stuff like that. But I feel like it's interesting enough for me to read in the future. Next to that is a book that I bought on my own because I still to this day cannot understand. I hope that y'all cannot hear that, but I don't know what's going on over there. It's somebody trying to do something with their car and they failing, they flopping, okay? They're flopping because it's making stupid noises. Are y'all trying to fix the horn or something? The horn is working. This book I got, I learned about it from a podcast, and it's an old classic book, but it is called Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. It's by Dr. John Gray, not Pastor John Gray. This is a psychologist. I think he's a psychologist. He wrote this for couples or just people in general who want to understand the opposite sex and why we think the way that we do, because I do not understand why men are so stupid. I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry, because y'all know y'all stupid. That's the thing. Y'all know that y'all are dumb, but y'all don't care, because y'all don't have to, y'all just don't have to. But that's another video for another day. But this book, it will definitely help you understand like how to communicate with the opposite sex better, and like translating when he says this is what he means, or when she says that's what she means, stuff like that. Next is, The Struggle for Freedom, A History of African Americans. So I think this is really interesting because there are a lot of like journals and articles that are just Black people, our ancestors, telling their stories. Like, they are literally telling their stories, what they went through, everything. So I think that that's going to be a really interesting read. I have not read it yet, because we need to know our past if we want to know our future. If we want to know where we're going, we need to know where we came from. And then next it's called Gumbo, an anthology of African American writing. And it's just basically it's different writings put together. Like, it's different stories from different Black authors put together, and they're trying to promote each other. So they came together and put it in a big book. And I think there are some Teri McMillan stories in here as well. Young authors that were coming up, Black authors that were coming up, they all came together and put their stuff together. That's cool, isn't it? That's dope. I like that. And next to it is Up From Slavery. And this is by Booker T. Washington. This is an infamous, no, that's not a good word, is it? That's not a positive word. This is a classic. This is a legendary book, because I read about this. I read in readings from my African American classes about how Booker T. Washington wrote Up From Slavery for Black people to understand that this is a new day. We need to change. I should be a professor. Because I'm really teaching today. Booker T. Washington, it's a staple. Everybody should read this. And then next to it is Breaking the Chains of Psychological Slavery. And that's deep, because we are still psychologically enslaved. Next, I have Unleash the Power of Storytelling. This is one of the books that I did buy. And it basically talks about how everything that you want to persuade somebody, you want to get a job, you want to convince somebody to give you some money, you want to win over your boyfriend parents or your partner's parents, you got to tell a story. Storytelling is the key to unlocking everything you want. That's what this book is about. So you should read it. You should get it. I'm going to reread this book too. Okay. Next, I have another Kwan book. I had to put this here because I didn't have space where the other ones are. Yeah, I didn't have any space, so I just put it there. And it's Eve. Tell me if this is a good one, because I don't want to read the boring ones first. And then next to that is My Brother's Keeper by Rashonda Tate Billingsley. Next to this is 2 Donald Goines books. I have heard of Donald Goines, but I was getting him confused with somebody else, Donald Bogle, who wrote the Tom's Coons Mulattoes book. I got them confused, but I've heard of both of them before. So I have Never Die Alone and Inner City Hoodlum by Donald Goines. I know that Donald Goines is a really good author, and I'm excited about reading those. Next to that, we have Fly Girl by Omar Tyree. I have 2 or 3 other books by him. I've only read one, which is Diary of a Groupie, which I featured in my recommendations. If you haven't seen it, go see it now or after you finish this video. Fly Girl, an urban classic novel. It looks really interesting. Next to this, we have the Dictionary, Vocabulary Builder, and Thesaurus. Everybody should have one of these, because y'all need to know words. Reading is fundamental. Education is important. Okay? That's how you level up. Then next to that is the Blue Book of Grammar and Punctuation. Also a staple. Okay, on this lower shelf, it get real interesting and spicy, okay, because this is where Zane is, and also some other books that seem really interesting. So first off, we have a string. This is the Baddest Chick series, apparently. So Bad Apple is part 1. That's the first twin. Then it's Coca-Cola, which is the second twin. And then Checkmate or Face Off. I think Face Off comes before Checkmate. That would make sense, right? Okay, next to the Baddest Chick series is Black Betty by Walter Mosley. This is a famous novel. Have not read it yet, but I'm really interested. I'm really excited to read it. Next to this is Cougars. Zane presents Cougars by Earl Sewell. Earl Sewell. Then we have another Walter Mosley book called Fearless Jones. A mystery. I love mysteries. And especially Black books. That's mysteries. Okay. Next to this is Gentleman Pimp by A.S. Jackson. The best-selling story of his life. Wow. So it's his life, and I guess he was a gentleman pimp, you know. Let's read the back. Sit down, dear reader, and read a story only a fool would tell. Ooh, so it must be interesting. And how Andrew Stonewall Jackson candidly assesses this frank and gutsy story of his life. And it's about Detroit. He from Detroit. A life that starts in the savage jungle of Detroit's ghetto. As in any jungle, the unwritten code of survival is all that counts. And by the age of 16, Jackson had passed the acid test of the streets. He became a thief. We don't do that. He became a thief and graduated to a major league pimp. Jackson's story is ruthless, a tale such as few have dared to tell. Interesting. Next to this book is another legendary book. Y'all might or might not know, but there was W.E.B. Du Bois, and then there was Booker T. Washington, and they was kind of like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, kind of like they had opposing views and perspectives of how to uplift. And see, here I go teaching again. I think he was trying to have them come together and integrate with white people and uplift ourselves within all of the white hatred. But Booker T. Washington was like, no, we need to make our own stuff, our own institutions, our own schools, banks, and all of this and that, and separate from them. I think that's what it was. So W.E.B. Du Bois wrote a book called The Souls of Black Folk, and it's kind of like the other one, the Struggle for Freedom. I think it's the same thing. Like, it's basically telling the struggle of Black people, why Black people are so, like, why we act the way we act, what we have been through, the sadness and the struggle. Like, it goes deep. I already know it goes deep because I read about it. And this was published in 1903. So it's going to have some people that were slaves. Some people that had parents that were slaves. Some people that, you know, it's a collection of essays. Okay, next to that is The Killing of Tupac Shakur. This is the last scene, the last photo taken of him while he was alive. Did y'all know that? Yeah. By Kathy Scott. So they're trying to figure out who did it. Basically, who killed Tupac, you know. Next one is Rosie's Curls and Weave. Now, this is clearly based on a hair shop. This is Different Stories by Rochelle Allers, Donna Hill, Felicia Mason, and Frances Ray. It's an anthology, which means a collection of stories. Step inside for a day of beauty, laughter, and love. Whether you want a cut, weave, or braid, a facial manicure, or massage, there's always a helping hand and a sympathetic ear at Rosie's Curl and Weave on 125th Street in Harlem. And sometimes when you least expect it, love walks in the door. So sit back, relax, put your feet up, and enjoy as 4 talented writers render 4 magical stories about the love of beauty and the beauty of love. That's cute. Next is The Secret Power of Pyramids. Interesting. Oh, what? Okay, it says the pyramid has held a strange fascination for man. For centuries, we have marveled at its tales, its mystery and intrigue, its history, its size, its engineering, and reason for being. But then came the discovery that the shape of the pyramid itself had unusual powers. All I saw was how the pyramid may improve your sex life, how the pyramid helps to heal and control pain. I'm going to read this and tell y'all what it's talking about. Okay, and now we get into some of my favorites. Zane. We have Shame on It All, A Deeper Blue, The Sisters of APF, blackgentleman.com, Addicted, Nervous, Chocolate Flavor. Okay. That's Zane Presents. That's another anthology. We have Afterburn, which I read. Okay, so yeah, I read The Sisters of APF, blackgentleman.com. I read Afterburn, Dear G Spot, and Sex Chronicles 2. We also have The Heat Seekers, Total Eclipse of the Heart, The Hot Box. I know that my part is not even in the back, so y'all gonna have to excuse that if you can see it. I don't know what to tell you. Right now, I'm reading Sex Chronicles 1 on my phone because, like I said, I got a secret website where you can get books for free. If you want to know, just DM me or something. But anyways, yeah, I'm reading Sex Chronicles 1, and it has a story that Nervous is based on, and I think that The Sisters of APF is based on. But I haven't gotten to that one yet. But I read the story that Nervous is based on, and it was interesting. So I'm going to read that full novel next, or well, soon. And Addicted, I saw the movie, but I'm pretty sure the book is way better. So I'm definitely going to read that soon. And now we get to the last shelf, and we have the legendary Toni Morrison, rest in peace. I have Paradise. I have not, unfortunately, read any Toni Morrison yet, but yes, I keep saying, but I'm definitely going to read one of these soon. Then we have Tar Baby. Then we have Soljah. Then we have The Bluest Eye. I heard this one was really good. And that's it for Toni Morrison. Then we have both True to the Games. Wait, no. We have two. The first one is Missing. These are some of the books that I got from my cousin. I guess she lost the first one. I have the first one and the third one. So I'm going to have to get the second one from the website. That was made into a movie that was not good. Sorry. Next to that, I have Not Your Average Life by Dex, and it says the first of a trilogy. So I just have this one. Then we have Dutch, the series by Teri Woods. I think this is going to be a movie coming out soon, if I'm not mistaken, with Lance Gross. I think I saw a billboard, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, this is a trilogy, so I have all three of these. So y'all tell me if that's good or not. I don't know. I haven't read that yet. Next, we have Like a Natural Woman, The Black Woman's Guide to Alternative Healing by Siba Kashev. So I'm all about alternative healing, not taking drugs and not, doing all of that to heal. So I'll be reading that soon. Here is another Omar Tyree book called Single Mom. Have not read that one yet. Next, we have Your Blues Ain't Like Mine, a novel by B.B. Moore Campbell. Why Women Get the Blues by Brian Greer with Carla Greer. Discover how to get what you want in relationships, get respect at home and work, and learn to say no. No, but that's what me and Raven was talking about. Like, Black women are naturally, women in general, are naturally nurturing, and that's how we get taken advantage of a lot of time, because men know that, and they just they use our weakness, and they get what they need, and they take and they take and they take, and then it's like, but you wasn't serious, you wasn't taking me serious, Okay, next is Got Your Back by Frank Alexander. This is the story from Tupac's security guard, I think, or bodyguard, yeah. The life of a bodyguard in the hardcore world of gangster rap. So he wrote a tell-all, I guess, about what he saw. So that's going to be interesting. Next, we have Hoodwinked by Quentin Carter. Don't get it twisted, get hoodwinked. Okay. Then we have Cash Money by A.J. Rivers. Triple Crown Publications Have y'all read China Black? I've been looking for that book for so long. I was looking I was looking for it on the website, but they ain't have it. That was one of the first hood books that I read that had me hooked. Okay, I was hooked, and I shouldn't have been reading it that young, but it was good. Next, we have Dying Peace by Tracy Brown, another Triple Crown publication. So you know it's gonna be good. Bad Girls by Shannon Holmes. I talked about that before. Around the Way Girls 3. Don't know where the other two are. Alicia Yvonne, Thomas Long, and Pat Tucker. Gutter Boys by Stacey Colbert. Then we have Double Dose by, is it by Terry Woods or Melvin Robertson? I guess both of them. Or maybe she's presenting it. So I guess it's by Melvin Robertson. Double Dose. Here is the cover. Then we have Ties That Bind by Brenda Jackson. Oh, this is a book set in the 60s. I love a good period piece. Next, we have another Omar Tyree, which is Diary of a Groupie. I have read this one. It was really good. As I said in my other video, it reminded me, if y'all have heard of Superhead or Corinne Steffens, it literally reminded me of her because she wrote a tell-all about how she dealt with all of these rappers and these men that were higher up, these high-profile men. She literally wrote a book about her encounters with them. But this is different in the way that she wrote it in her diary. So she didn't publish it. She just was writing it in her personal diary. But it's good though. It's really good. Next, we have Criminal Minded by Tracy Brown. This is a really good story because, for one, I'm in film. I want to be a director. And this is about a guy. It's a male's perspective, but it was really good. It's about a guy who comes up and he just so happens to start directing music videos. And he finds love and he goes through stuff. So it's a good book, though. I really enjoyed this one. It was good. Next, we have After the Storm, The True Friendship Will Shine by Cassandra Darden Bell. Then we have Is the Dead Yet or What? By Is the Dead Yet or What? By Wendy Williams and Karen Hunter. Is this by Wendy Williams? I guess so, because who is Karen Hunter? Is that his sister or something? Okay, this is number 2. I don't have number 1, but oh yeah, this is Wendy Williams because that looked like her. That's funny. Okay, yeah, I don't think I'll be reading this soon, but okay, so that's another thing I wanted to show y'all. So my cousin, she in most of these books, she writes when she read them, when she finished them, and the rating of the book. So for this one, she wrote fair. So her ratings usually be accurate. So I'm gonna have to take her word on this one, and I'll just read that when I have nothing else to read, maybe. But for the sisters at APF, I'll show y'all. Her rating was excellent, okay? And that was true. This is my favorite, one of my favorites. She read this. She finished reading this in January 6th of 2004, and she said excellent, and she was absolutely correct, okay? One of my favorites. Again, I will continue to say this, and I'm going to mention it in the next book video too. Next one is Black Widow by Nikki Turner. I think I started this, but I didn't. Oh, she says this one is excellent too, so I guess I gotta listen to that and read it soon. Next, Sheer Necessity by Sharon Mitchell. Okay, this one she said was good. Not gonna be rushing to read it. I didn't even realize this. The very last book on the shelf is the Superhead book, the Corinne Steffens book. It is called Confessions of a Video Vixen. Okay, so if y'all don't know about her, y'all can look her up. She's very infamous. She is infamous. It is a really interesting book. She talks about what she went through, and she has receipts. She has real pictures in here, her with Bobby Brown and her on set and her with all the other people that she talked about. She got the tea, she got the proof, she got the receipts, okay? So she's credible. What she was saying was true. Most of it, I don't know, if not all. But these are really interesting stories. Y'all need to read this one. That is all for my bookshelf tour. Let me know what y'all have read or want to read on this shelf or recommend for me to read. Thank you guys so much for the recommendations. I'm always looking for new books to get, even though I haven't read all of these yet, but still. Yeah, let me know what other book videos y'all would like to see. I have some more coming up, but any recommendations I take, obviously. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share these videos because we need to keep the momentum going. We need more girls to know that there are books out here for us, more Black girls, people of color. There are books out here for us, okay? So share this video to somebody who you think will enjoy it, and I will see y'all in the next video.